Hey everybody, it's going to be a little bit different today. We had our driveway report, which means we can't back the car into the garage. That means we're not going to be doing a whole lot of bulk moving today. So I'm going to use today as an opportunity to try out some of my new options for storage and display of ceiling fans that aren't new in box. So I'll just be picking out a few odds and ends to bring over, and then we'll be working over in the new basement to try some things out. So I've pulled down my copper Victorian. This is a fan I know that hangs a little bit lower that I'd like to display, so I'm going to bring it with as a sample to try out and get an idea of how low the fans are going to hang in the places that I want to put them. I think I'm also going to bring a Stealth. The Stealth is kind of more of a lower profile ceiling fan, so I can use it to make sure that I'm going to have enough room between where the blades go and where the trusses are above them. I'm at the new house. I have my first box up over here in the corner. There it is. I'm not running any power to it yet. This is just so I can get the fan up and see how it looks in the space. Alright, the Victorian is in. It does hang a little bit lower than I would have liked, but as I said at the beginning, it is one of my lower hanging fans on a standard downrod mount. And it's really no lower than it would be on an 8-foot ceiling. With the added box up there, I'm essentially at 8 feet, so I'm overall satisfied with this. So this is just the first one. I'm probably going to put up the Stealth over here somewhere and figure out my spacing a little bit more. Alright, I've got the Stealth up. I didn't record any of it because I just threw it together on the floor and popped it up here real quick. I'm happy with how this one hangs. I don't know, I might move it back over one space because there's actually quite a bit of room between the Victorian and the Stealth. But I also kind of want to leave room over here for maybe a 36-inch or 42-inch fan. Not entirely sure what I'm going to do yet, but so far I'm happy with how this is looking. And I think my plan is going to work for everything else. So now it's just a matter of pinning down how everything is going to lay out. But for the moment, I'm going to regroup and figure out what I'm going to do next. Hey you guys, I'm back now several hours later. I went ahead and put the blade tips on the Stealth. And I put some glass on the Victorian to get a better idea of how low it's hanging. That's about all that I'm going to do out here for now. I'll take you back here and show you your first glimpse at how I'm going to hang all of my out-of-box or used ceiling fan motors. I went with Unistrut. It's screwed to every truss and bolted on both ends. I have 1032 strut nuts for hanging just usual mounting brackets. And then for J-hook fans, I have these hooks with 3/8 strut nuts. And of course this first one is only going to fit just a few fans, but this was just the trial run to make sure it's going to work how I need it to work. And we'll get more and line basically this whole area of the ceiling with it. So I brought over a couple of fans to hang up on it right away. I chose my two Craft-made tripod fans because they've just kind of been sitting on the floor ever since I got them. So I thought they'd be good candidates to test on this new system right off the bat. So let's get these hung up. My batteries are dying, otherwise I certainly would have filmed it, but I got the two fans up here. And I'm pretty happy with how this worked out. It's really nice because you don't waste any space between the fans. You can space them out exactly how you want. I'm pretty satisfied with how this worked. So I've done a fair amount of what I can do for the moment. Today was probably a little bit slow, a little bit short, but with our driveway out of commission, there's not a whole lot we can do about that. We should be able to drive on it by midweek, so next weekend should be a little bit more productive. I want to thank you all for watching today, and I will see you all soon.